Oh man, thank goodness for you. I tell you what, I've got a few secrets I need to play today. Number one, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, not including the 9 o'clock service. So bear with me a little bit as I kind of gone through some things. Great thing about this is I can fill it as long as I want. There's no other service following, so bear with me today. I'm going to try to come through this really quickly as we kind of go forward. What an awesome worship experience this morning. Thank you so much. These things are good to have you back, like we talked about. So, thank you all. Kylie, did she disappear? She did donuts? Okay. What a beautiful voice I have. Just amazing. Amen. And then, thank you so much to the students who are calling the Smoke and Hot Net that gave us our announcements today. She's amazing. That's Andrea. She's my wife. She's our children's director / church admin / beast. Pastor Russ likes to call her. So, and she's amazing. I'm blessed and privileged to be able to have such a woman serve my life. So this week, I whined a little bit to her because I was like, ooh, it's time to kind of get all this stuff together. Every week it's like this. Okay. Yeah, maybe I probably do need to lighten up a little bit. So as I was preparing for today, I've known for a little while that Pastor Russ was going to go out and run this marathon. So as I was kind of praying for preparing for today, I kept asking myself, what am I going to teach? What am I going to spend some time on? I love the Bible. I love spending time in it. I love digging into it. I like to go deep, and I like to come back out a different way each and every time. There's so many cool things in it, but everything that I thought about, I really didn't know whether that was the right thing. It didn't feel appropriate. I love teaching on discipleship. I love teaching on love. I love the Synoptic Gospels. I love Paul's 13 love letter. There's so many cool things in there, but it's like showing up at the Golden Corral. I had no idea. There's so many good things, but I had no idea. So I spent some time praying for guidance because ultimately this isn't my church. It's his. And so when it comes down to what the message needs to be, it doesn't need to be my message. It's not my message. It's his message. This is his kingdom. You're his body. You're his bride. Beautiful bride. By the way, these are way better looking than I thought. The best looking group I've ever taught with, I got to tell you. You guys are pretty awesome. So recently I was thinking about just how fun, what a good time I had. I was kind of kicking around this idea, but I really felt convicted on it after Sunday when we had that membership seminar. I had such a great time with you, all of you. And it was so cool to be able to do that, to be able to break bread with you, or break some barbecue. We did barbecue, that was pretty awesome. So Charlie says hi everybody, by the way. He says thank you so much. We actually donated $140, guys. So Charlie, I said that's a good pull forward. So he just did a really good job. So he just wanted to pass on the gratitude. So thank you so much. He really loved it. Charlie's a guy that hasn't been in church for over 20 years. He loves this group. He told me, he's like, this is not what I expected. So, it was good to know. But I keep thinking back about how cool it was to be able to spend that time with you in our 1-year celebration. Just how far God has taken us from Emily and Ross Ferraro's front room, and there was just like 18 of us in there, to where we're at now. And just how God showed up big, and how much City Church has meant to me, and how much all of you have meant to me. And that's kind of when I got a little pop on the back of the head spiritually that said, damn, these aren't two separate things. City Church and this group are not two different things. They're really one and the same. And this is kind of when I was like, okay, here's what we're going to dive into. So I was really convicted at that point to just kind of dive into what that is. The church and the people are the same. A lot of times nowadays in conventional language, people talk about the church, they're talking about a building or a denomination. You know, hey, I'm going to run down to the church, or has anybody seen Pastor Russ? I'm looking for him. I can't find him in the church. He's hiding, by the way. So he has a few hiding spots around here. You just got to look back at the church sometimes. So, but really kind of understanding that that's not what the New Testament church was. The New Testament church, when they talked about church in that New Testament, they talked about a building. They talked about something completely different. So at this point, I felt really to jump right into the Bible, really find out what is church. What does that mean? Church. What does it look like? So one of the things that I like to do, and Pastor Russ has mentioned this before, you probably heard it, it's called the law of first mention. Anytime you really want to look at what's the roots and what the word means, look at the law of first mention. Where's the first mention in the Bible? This is kind of how it works. When you look into there, you can do some things. You can look at the law of first mention. You can look at the law of last mention, what's the last use, what's the most prominent use of it in there. And you really look and find that words, even though they may be the same, have different meanings based off the context. So it's especially cool when you start digging into the Hebrew, the Aramaic, the Greek roots. There's some really cool stuff. Bear with me today. It's a dirty Sunday. I'm a little bit of a nerd for this stuff, so we're going to take a trip here. Following this line of thinking, I started diving into the Bible. I wanted to know, what is church? What does it mean? And I actually found something really, it kind of shocked me. It was something I didn't expect. I looked in the Old Testament, and I found that the word church is mentioned exactly 0 times in the Old Testament. It's never mentioned at all. Like, at all. Okay? What I did find is I found a word that is the Hebrew word that means to be able to congregate or assemble. And that word is kahal. Q-A-H-A-L. Kahal is more of a simple word. It's not something very complicated. It just simply means to assemble or to congregate. And you can find instances in the Old Testament where it's used so that people can come together to listen to a rabbi and sit at his feet. But you can also find instances in the Old Testament where it's used for soldiers to be able to congregate and assemble to go into battle. So it's really a simple word. And I just feel like that's what church is. So as I kept digging a little further, I got into the New Testament, and I also found some more interesting things. Number one, I figured Paul, who wrote the majority of the books in the New Testament, a big part of it, wasn't one of the first ones to mention it either. I love Paul. The Searching Love Letters, they're amazing, and they changed my life, along with the Synoptic Gospels. But Paul was the first one to mention it. It also wasn't Peter, James, or John either. It was actually the first person to ever mention it was Jesus. So we fast forward, it's Matthew chapter 13, and just to kind of paint the scene, Jesus and his disciples are traveling to the Gentile area of Philippi. Now this isn't like Jerusalem, okay? We're out, we're away, okay, from the Hebrew people, they were the Gentiles here. So as we move forward, in verse 13 it says, when Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, who do people say the Son of Man is? Now remember, Son of Man is another reference to Jesus, okay? But at this point, this hasn't become exactly proclaimed. In fact, what we're doing right now is the proclamation. In verse 14, the disciples answered, some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah the prophet, and still others Jeremiah or one of the other prophets. Okay? So, moving forward to 15, Jesus says, well, what about you, my disciples? What about you? What do you think the Son of Man is? Simon Peter, at this point, he answered, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. I love Paul, but I also love Peter. Peter's a really cool guy, but he has some pretty, he has an innate gift to put his foot in his mouth sometimes. Peter's kind of that guy that has no filter. We all have a friend that's like that, who says what we're thinking, but we need to have the courage to say. We all have that friend. uh, Peter is awesome because he was always bold about it. Even after he put his foot in his mouth, he remained bold. And he did it many times. When Jesus walked on the water, he went out to meet him, and he started to sink, and kind of freaked out a little bit. Jesus said, "You need a little faith." Out. Nope. That's a point where he kind of put his foot in his mouth. He denied Christ 3 times. Kind of put his foot in his mouth. Peter, I love him to death. He's a lot like us. He wasn't perfect. He was passionate. He didn't always get it right, but he didn't stop moving. He kept driving and striving forward. So this time, though, Peter got it right. He nailed it. He got it. He was bold. He was accurate. He says, "You are the Son. You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Which is just so huge. And then as we move forward into 17, Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, Bar Jonah." Bar means son of. "Blessed are you, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father who art in heaven." Who is in heaven? Okay? We'll get that. But this is revealed by God. Okay? This is revealed by God. Remember, at this point, Jesus was just kind of a great man, everybody thought. This is what civilization kind of viewed him was. This is kind of a great man. A little bit unorthodox. Remember, at that point, the sons were raised, okay? And they would go into start learning and called if they didn't quite cut it, they'd go back to their families, but they would begin to learn at the rabbi's feet. Okay? Moving forward, they would learn the Septuagint, and it was a crazy thing. It's not like we have now, it's not like kindergarten. So Jesus was unorthodox because he took the rejects and made them his disciples. And he didn't find 5-year-olds to start training them up. No, he prayed on the one that had been rejected. So he wasn't exactly seen as orthodox either. But this is the people that God decided, the person who's not perfect has passion, that God decided to be Jesus is. Which is awesome because I see a little bit of Peter probably living all this. Amen? Amen. Okay. So at this point, Peter was never more bold and accurate as in Christ, Messiah, the anointed one. He didn't insert his foot in his mouth, he nailed it. And Jesus decided to build his church upon that rock. Okay? I tell you that you are now Peter. Okay? He proclaimed to Peter at this point, you are now Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. And the gates of Hades will not overcome it. We're promised that the gates of hell cannot overcome this church. We cannot deny it. Jesus put it out there. We can't change that, right? And upon that rock, Peter, upon that belief that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of the living God, our church is built upon it. Which is really cool stuff, because I imagine Peter probably was hoping that Jesus didn't mean it in a literal sense. Building upon Peter probably would cut down on his mobility a little bit. Probably get a little lonely Monday through Saturday. But we're so thankful for Peter and this. So now, as we look forward, what's interesting is that saying, "For upon this rock I will build my church." We come with a different word. It's not kahal, as we find in the Old Testament. We actually find the word ecclesia. Okay? This is a Greek word. Okay? It's actually a compound word. Ecclesia is 2 words put together. The first portion is ek, which means out or from. Okay? And the second word is ecclesia, which is actually from the root word kaleo. That root word means to call. Ecclesia means out, called, or called out. Jesus is going to build his church upon the rock. And that church is not going to be a building. It's going to be the people. They're called out. Isn't that awesome? All of you are sitting in a chair right now because you have been called out. Because you have been loved. You have said, hey, you know what? I'm going to call you out from the others. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that amazing? It's every day. Somebody enough about me that He knows. God knows everything about us. He knows when we sit, when we rise, He sees our thoughts from afar. His right hand always guides us. We can't run from Him. He hands the sin behind it before. This is a God that calls us out. We are called out for a distinct purpose. But what is that purpose? Think about it. Why does the church exist? We've already answered the first question, which I got the top on, right? What is church? Now we know what church is. Why does the church exist? Great question. Right? Yeah. All right, cool. I'll tell you, if I lose you, I'm going right into sexual harassment training straight from work. So stay with me on that. Mark is kind of excited back there. So, as I was researching these points, I began to build upon this idea of what ecclesia is, what it means to be the called out ones. What is that purpose? Why are we here? Why are we called out? I pondered this, which I didn't expect to be a very challenging thought. I found out, actually, it goes a little bit deeper. I figured I kind of had all the answers, but the reality of it is we have to understand, we have to go back and really understand what happens to know what that means, what that purpose is. So, in the book, The Purpose-Driven Church, written by Rick Warren, you guys know who Rick Warren is? Pastor of Saddleback Church in some city in California, South Riverside or something. Every time I got a chance, super crushed on that guy. He's my romance. He's not a good-looking guy. He is. Oh man, what a powerful guy. Just convicted by Spirit. He's awesome. He's awesome. I have a few romances. I'm a big fan of Francis Chan too. Love that guy. Just crazy. If you've never read the book Crazy Love, I highly recommend it. It's just amazing. But Pastor Rick Warren, he wrote a book called The Purpose-Driven Life. And of course, as you build on that purpose-driven life, you now have curriculum, small group booklets, and things like that. But he also wrote another book called The Purpose-Driven Church. And in that book, he relates a story. He shares a conversation they had with Dr. Moore, a pretty prominent church consultant. He's been doing this is how he furthers the kingdom. Instead of having his own church, he goes and helps churches. And he's very, very prominent. And so he's still trucking. He's 94 years old. Just huge. If you know anything about him, he's an amazing guy. As he was having this conversation with Pastor Warren, he talked about a survey that he had done. Again, church consultant, he used to do a lot of churches. And over 1,000 churches that he surveyed, he asked the church members, why does the church exist? What is the purpose of the church? And interestingly enough, 89% of the church members that were surveyed came back with the answer to take care of the flock and the needs of the members. And the other 11% came back to say, to further the kingdom of Jesus Christ and spread the good news. What's interesting, because that's not a bad answer. I mean, we do come to church, and when I see people are hurting, these are my people. I love you guys. I don't want to see anybody hurting. I don't want to see anybody in pain or anything like that. When I see need, I want to take care of it. What can I do? So it's not something that doesn't make sense. But what's interesting is he surveyed the pastors for all those churches as well, and he got a different answer. Okay? What his was, what the pastors replied over 90% of them said that the purpose of the church is to spread the good news of Jesus Christ, to glorify Him and spread it to all the ends of the earth. And 10% was to take care of the flock and the needs of His. The reason I bring that up is it's a pretty big difference in opinion. Okay? Even between the pastors who lead these same congregations of what the needs are. Good, bad, or indifferent, there's a difference here. And sometimes those differences don't exactly reflect well on the church a little bit sometimes. But when you take a trip back to the New Testament church, there's something that they have that's a little bit different that is very important to point out. So, if you would, let's go back in time a little bit. Let's talk about the Church of Acts. Okay? Jesus has, at this point, Jesus has died on the cross. Israel is dominated by a pagan Roman government. Pharisees and Sadducees, they're proud and pompous, they're self-righteous, they're corrupt, and they just feel like they won. Because Jesus, who kind of ruffled their feathers and wrinkled their claws, got in the way of what they were trying to do, is now been put to death. Okay, so life can move on from them, but you know what? Jesus let them down. Jesus rose from the dead after 3 days. And he's walking among everybody. And no matter what his enemies did to explain away what happened in the empty tomb, there was nothing that they could do about it. Jesus walked among them and they could not touch him. There was nothing they could do. And he spent time with his followers. He rejuvenated his followers at this point. They were at their lowest. Now he's come back and he's with them. How cool is that? So think about it. We're going to move back. We're going to move into Acts chapter 1, verse 4. On one occasion, while he was eating with them, he gave them this command: do not leave Jerusalem, but wait. What does that word mean? Don't do it. Don't do it. Think about it. Who's he hanging out with? He's hanging out with his guys. Okay? Some of these guys have been known, Peter, to be a little bit impetuous and do some things. So he gives them this command: but wait. Gift of my Father promised. Okay? Which you have heard me speak about. For John baptized with water, okay? But in a few days you will be baptized in the Holy Spirit. This is where Jesus foretells of the Holy Spirit coming. Now, keep in mind, the Holy Spirit at this point, it manifested itself differently. When you look back in the Old Testament, you look at how the Holy Spirit manifested itself. It didn't manifest itself in the way that Jesus is foretelling. The Holy Spirit was how God communicated with us. Think about it like this. God is Spirit. When He created man, we were in the garden, and we could communicate. But we had some stuff happen. The next thing you know, we're cut off. Okay? And so at that point, God really uses the Holy Spirit to be able to communicate with us. We find examples of it all throughout the Old Testament. How the Holy Spirit manifested itself in wind and fire and do this. But the one thing that it wasn't available. You couldn't invoke the Holy Spirit to come. You couldn't say, hey, you know what, I'm going to go pray for 8 hours and I'm going to do the hokey pokey and bam, here I get the Holy Spirit. You can't do that. You couldn't do it in the Old Testament. It doesn't work now either. But it's one of those things to understand. It wasn't available. Okay? So when we look at this, he's talking about the foretelling of this, how it's going to come. Now, we know that this group had heard about this before. In John chapter 15, verse 26, it says, when the advocate comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who goes out from the Father, he will testify about me. Jesus foretold this already. So it's not like something they haven't heard. So, prior to Jesus' ascension, the Holy Spirit manifested himself in a very different manner. Which is interesting because as we move to Acts chapter 2, keep in mind a few things. After Jesus ascends to heaven, very shortly after this ascends to heaven, okay? The 120, as we learned in chapter 1, verse 15, that at this point they decide that they're going to pick another disciple that's like Matthias. And at this point, what did they do? What's their purpose? David just told them at that point. Just told them. But then, right before Jesus goes, he tells them, go out and spread it through Jerusalem and all the ends of the earth. And so it's kind of like, okay, we're supposed to go do this. We got to wait. So they're hanging out a little bit. So we move into Acts chapter 2, verse 1. So, when the day of Pentecost came, this is on a Sunday, they were all together in one place. About 120 people, like he said. Suddenly a sound like the blowing of a violent wind came from heaven and filled the house where they were sitting. Here comes the Holy Spirit. Just fills the place up. Verse 4, verse 3, they saw what seemed to be tongues of fire that separated and came to rest on each of them. Another sign of the Holy Spirit right there. So these flames came and rested upon them, the 120. And all of them were filled with the Holy Spirit, and they began to speak in other tongues as the Spirit enabled them. It goes on from there, and if you've never read Acts chapter 2, you haven't done it in a while, get into it, because there is so much good stuff that happens in it. It's awesome. I'm going to summarize. Basically, they all started speaking in other tongues, and they started acting a little bit punch drunk a little bit. And so everybody's kind of looking at them, and they're like, I don't know what they have in their punch, but it must be pretty good. At that point, though, here comes Peter and the disciples, and they go out and they start to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ about how he came back and rose from the dead. And he proclaimed that some amazing things happened that day. Did you know on that day, the 120 multiplied to 3,000? Isn't that cool? 3,000 people in one day. Well, 2,880 people. Isn't that cool? We established during the first service, I don't really think my math through, so moving forward from there, this is the exact point where a major change happened. Okay? Why did this change happen? What was different? The gift of the Holy Spirit. They were baptized with the gift of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit dwelled within them. Okay? It dwelled within them. It dwells within us. We have that opportunity to be able to commune with the Holy Spirit inside of us. When we become marked, is what this is called out. When we profess Jesus Christ as our Lord, we are baptized. We profess He is ours, we become marked. And so with that comes the gift of the Holy Spirit. We're baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And we have that same power in us. Isn't that cool? It's not any different. It's the Holy Spirit. It's not like Coca-Cola and New Coke. Okay? We don't have the new Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is unchanging and remains. This is what we get. Isn't that so cool? Stop and think about what that indwelling meant to that early church. I mean, if we stop and we look at what they had, because remember, this is a group, and I was actually talking to Alan, this is one of the things that you think about. Do you know there were like 8 or 9 different nationalities within the 120? They didn't all speak the same native language, okay? This group had their differences, okay? I can't imagine that all of them were probably all sleeping in the same house or same structure. Probably were getting along really well at times. So, but we stop and we think about it, they had unity. And they had unity because of a few different things. So I want to cover those real quick. They had unity in the church of God. Acts chapter 4, verse 32. All the believers were one in heart and mind. No one claimed that any of their possessions was their own. But they shared everything that they had. Okay? Shirt off my back, it's yours. This was a group that did it together. They were also family and relationship. They shared the same spiritual father, God Almighty. And they shared the same spiritual birth. Okay? To be reborn into the family of God. They were friends in fellowship. They shared their lives and possessions. I got to tell you, one of my favorite things, and I've been missing it, is my small group. I love Saturday nights when I get to see my small group. And see Mom and Kelly, and they come over, and I get to see Kristen. She's coming over, and Jocelyn. She's come over, and Vera's going to start coming over. I love to see Vera. I love Vera. She's so awesome. So, does everybody know Vera? She's amazing. Alan's so cool. I love these guys. We're so glad that you come to our church. That's amazing. So, I love my small group. I love coming to church every Sunday to fellowship. They have this. They were followers of Christ in partnership. These men and women, they shared in their Christ together. They were consolidated together for one purpose. Okay? To glorify and spread the good news. These men and women were reaching the world of Christ. They linked arms together. And they conquered some pretty awesome stuff. We're going to move forward into some of this because the power of God manifested itself in this time. If you look at Acts chapter 4, verse 33, the very next verse, with great power the apostles continued to testify to the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ. And God's grace was so powerfully at work in them all. Okay? Not only did they have unity, but they also had the power of God's grace. God gave them the power. And through this, you can see some of the evidence of God's power. Okay? We see it in the book, but it's evidence in many other places corroborated. So not only did they gain a purpose to spread the gospel and the good news, but they were able to focus their energy. How many of you have ever taken a magnifying glass, taken it outside, and get the sun and it goes through there? Okay? Don't burn ants. But you can take that, and you take that energy, that light that's surrounding us, and you can focus that. You can focus it on belief. What happens? That focused energy, what does it do? Well, it leads to smoke and passion and fire. This is what the early church had the opportunity to do, is they were able to focus the energy of God's grace to be able to catch the world upon fire, to be able to spread the news of Jesus Christ's love for all of us, to spread the gospel. This is what that church did. And here are some of the things, the evidence of what it was. They were evidenced by favor. Growth all by itself. Okay? The growth all by itself. In the first 25 years of the church, did you know that 120 grew to over 100,000 people, despite very heavy persecution all throughout the world? Did you know that? Not only did it spread from Israel, but it also spread to the Gentile areas all around the world. All around the world. Has anybody ever heard the term diaspora? Yeah, super cool word. And something that's kind of unique. It basically means to spread out. And that's exactly what this was. Is the news of Jesus Christ spread out like a diaspora to all the ends of the earth. That's what we're doing. That's our purpose, is to continue that spread of that diaspora, to get that word out. Isn't that amazing? We are with that 120. We are continuing the very same mission today. They had the ability to withstand assaults. Again, pretty heavy persecution during that day. We've all heard the story that we've looked at. You ever watched Gladiator? Yeah, there's a scene in there, and I won't recall it, but it's pretty gruesome stuff. The early church was persecuted heavily. In fact, if you just go back and look at the disciples, how many of them ended a very gruesome death? Each and every one of them was heavily persecuted. The people that were in charge didn't want what they were bringing. They didn't want that. It kind of messed up everybody else's groove. Okay? So they were pretty heavily persecuted. They have diversity. Again, 8 or 9 different nationalities in that first 120, and when it spread to 100,000, do you think there was even more diversity? Amen, there was. Amen, there was. So even though this spread like this, they still, in their diversity, could have divided. Because of that diversity. That could have created division in the church, but it did create division in the church. Okay? In fact, they used it to their own benefit. Okay? They were not all alike, they had different opinions. But even so, they still were able to move forward. A great example of this is, I love it. For some of you, there are some things that I don't necessarily agree with. There's a number of Cowboys fans in this audience. Hey, go Packers. And one Packers fan. But I tell you what, despite our differences, I love all of them. Cowboys fans, Vikings fans, Packers fans. These things didn't matter. It didn't matter to the early church either. Okay? In their diversity, they found strength. Without a doubt, all this was only possible with God. God is who makes this possible. Because of the early church's commitment to unity, they found favor and power. Because of their unity, they found favor and power in God's grace. Unity creates belief. How would the world believe in God's name? Jesus? For us, not if we agree with each other. It's okay to be opposed. It's okay to differ in your opinion. Okay? It won't be if we agree with each other. It won't be if we solve every controversy. It won't be if we're unanimous in every vote. And it won't be if we ever make a doctrinal error, which I've probably done 3 or 4 times already. It'll be because we love each other. Think back to what's going on in Northern Ireland and what's been going on in Northern Ireland for so many years between the Protestants and the Catholics. Okay? And all the hurts, and all the war, and everything that's been going on because the Protestants and the Catholics and all this stuff, the IRA. What do you think that message is that they send? Probably people are like, you know what, thanks. Would that be something that we want to be looking at? So, that's kind of it. It's a rough thing. A lot of people would come up to it because of gossip and rumor in our own church, or even people arguing about the color of the new carpet, which definitely should not be red. Okay? Does everybody agree with me on that? Purple. You don't have to. That's the whole point of this. But people would often say, you know what, thanks for they come in and there's rumors flying about the gospel and stuff like that. That's something that can really build what other people think about Jesus. Let's not let that flavor. So our first question is, what is church? We came into a lesson. And our second question was, what's the purpose of our church? The purpose of our church is to be able to do what Peter did that day after being baptized in the Holy Spirit. And that is to spread the good news, the gospel, the great commandment. Okay? We're going to talk about here today. How am I doing on time? So we've talked about all these things, and how does that translate to today? What does that mean for us? What does that mean for Savior Church? What does that mean for every life-giving church here in the Valley, for Aspire Church, for Real Church, for us, for St. Francis of Assisi, or whatever? Any church that proclaims that Jesus Christ is Lord. What does that mean for us? Our purpose hasn't changed from that early church for once. Okay? We have the same exact purpose as the 120 had. Okay? In fact, when we march with them in kingdom, we're even. Okay? We don't necessarily hold a different spot. Okay? Because we're all the same under Christ. We're all part of His body. Whether we're a big toe or a thumb or an arm, I don't even want to guess what I am. But each and every one of us, even when we think about that, we're all together. We're all the body. We're all part of the bride together. The same. So despite this similar purpose, though, we live in different times. And those principles will remain. So how do we achieve the unity and tap the same power of God's grace that the early church did? How do we tap into it? We have to give the Holy Spirit indwelling within us. Okay? If you've been baptized, you have that gift. If you profess that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, if you've been baptized, you have the 100%. Okay? So how do we tap into it? Number one, relationship with Jesus. I can't encourage you enough to spend a little bit of daily time in the Word. And spend some time reading. Psalm 119:11. I have hidden your word in my heart so that I might not sin against you. Okay? Spend time daily in that Word. It doesn't have to be a lot. Okay? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Thank you. Okay? Just a little bit. Spend some time. Start very small. Spend some time with them. It's healing, it's feeding. It's amazing. I highly encourage you. I have bad days if I don't get to spend at least 15 minutes. I do. I have bad days. You can ask to smoke in a hot from death and just announcing up here. If I don't read, it's like she's got a 4 kid. She really does. My mom's right over here. So she testified to that as well, right? Second, pray. Matthew 6:6. When you pray, go into your room and close the door. Close that door and pray to your Father who is unseen. The word pray is mentioned 121 times in the Bible. What is prayer? Break down. It's talking to God. It's talking to God. How can you have a relationship with somebody you never communicated with? How are you going to have a communication or a relationship with God if you never talk to Him? that has to smoke it hot brunette. If I don't talk to her, if she's not talking to me, things go downhill. It really is important that we spend time talking to God, that we pray. It's integral for our relationship with Him. Number 3, fellowship. Fellowship with each other. 1 John 1:17 says, but if we walk in the light as He is in the light, we have fellowship with one another. Okay? And the blood of Jesus, His Son, purifies us all from sin. Yeah, I cannot think of a better thing to do. You, honestly, you're my pleasure. This is a group I'm called out. I'm one of the called out ones for you. Okay? I want to share a story from Dr. John MacArthur. A member of a certain church who had previously been attending services regularly stopped going. Okay? I think about Memorial Day when I heard this. This story, when it kind of finished up, I was like, oh, that's exactly what I felt. Memorial Day. So after a few weeks, the pastor decided to go visit him. It was a very chilly evening. It was snowing out. The pastor found the man home alone, sitting before a blazing fire. Guessing the reason for his pastor's visit, the man welcomed him, led him to a big chair near the fireplace, and sat him down and waited. The pastor made himself comfortable but said nothing as he warmed up in front of this blazing fire. In the grave silence, he contemplated the play of the flames around the burning log. I imagine this guy is he's sitting there and he's just waiting for it. Oh man, the pastor's going to hit him. He's going to hit him with that pitch. Got to come back to church. We miss you, so on and so forth. I know that I can be a stubborn guy sometimes, and I've probably been that guy. So after some minutes, though, the pastor didn't say a word. He simply took the fire tongs, carefully picked up a brightly burning ember from the center of the fire, and placed it on the hearthstone all alone. The hearthstone is what lays in front of the fire. He placed it right there all alone, away from the fire. As the host watched, with quiet fascination, he watched that ember slowly lose its glow until eventually it burned cold and eventually smoke no more. Right? And as he sat there with the pastor and contemplated this, the pastor began to make ready to leave and reach for the fire tongs. And he took that cold ember and he quickly placed it right back in the fire. And what happened is that cold ember immediately started to burn again and to glow, and before long, much quicker than it did for that flame to go out. That burning ember was shining bright. As the pastor got up and reached the door to leave, his host said, "Thank you so much for your visit, and especially for your fiery service." Remember, the pastor hadn't said a word at this point. So he said, I'll be back in church next time. It's important. This is what fellowship does. I tell you what, when we did Memorial Day, that weekend out, I took my daughters to college. We had a great weekend. We had a lot of so on and so forth. I tell you what, that next week I just felt off. And even coming to church, it felt weird. And it just didn't feel described. But man, we started worshiping, I'm doing my thing, I'm happy, I'm like, oh man, I'm starting to feel it. You know what that was? That was my ember had grown cold. How many of you experienced that when Memorial Day happened? How many of you had your ember grow a little bit cooler? Didn't that suck? It kind of sucks, right? Am I allowed to say that? Okay. All right, cool. So, I stop and I think about it. That's how much fellowship means to me. Is to not just be called out by myself. And we've all had that person we talk to. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have my own thing going with God. I don't really do the church thing. I got hurt in the church or something. But, me and God work together. Listen to fellowship. Listen to fire. That flame, ember, is running cold. So, number four. Is we talk about relationship with Jesus through prayer and daily work. We talk about fellowship with each other. So really it's great. Alright, see, I told you my mouth is great. Number 3, honor your pastor. Okay? And I'm gonna kind of machine gun through this because towards the end, and I'm known to run really long. Number We honor our pastors by supporting them. 1 Timothy 5:17. It says, the elders who direct the affairs of the church well are worthy of our honor, especially those whose work is preaching and teaching. Okay? We should honor our pastors, and not only Pastor Russ, who's an amazing, amazing guy, but who else preaches and teaches in the church? How about our children ministry? Man, you guys please stand up. Please, please, please. This is going to be, you guys are awesome. Anybody else who serves in the children's ministry, please stand up. These are our pastors. These are our pastors. These are the ones that are teaching our little ones about Jesus and giving them the good news. We should honor them. They are well worthy of that honor. Number 2, honor our pastors by defending them. 2 Timothy 4:17, but the Lord stood at my side and gave me strength, so that through me the message might be fully proclaimed, and all the Gentiles might hear it, and it was delivered from the lion's mouth. Number 3, we honor our pastors by recognizing them. 1 Thessalonians 5:12, now we ask you, brothers and sisters, to acknowledge those who work hard among you, who care for you in the Lord, and who admonish you. Think about what that means, admonishing. That's holding you accountable. We call that accountability. Okay? That, hey, you're not going to get it perfect. We're a bunch of Peters in this room. It's okay. It's okay. If I ever get off track, boy, I sure hope that you keep me accountable. Right? You know, Kelly's really good at it. She's done it before. She is super good at accountability. Number 4, we honor our pastors by loving them. Love is so important. 1 Thessalonians 5:13, hold them in the highest regard and love because of their work. Live in peace with each other. Today, you'll find somebody in children's ministry and love on them. Man, just think about it. Your kids. Love on them. Ryan Richards right here teaches our junior high. Eric teaches our high school. Both these guys work in each other's lives. Love on these guys. Love on them. Freddie back there, who thinks that nobody saw him come in. Okay? Alfredo, stand up and wave. Alfredo Reyes, stand up right now.
Rise.
You know, this guy just he loves on our kids. You know, these people love on them. How do you support your pastor? Most importantly, love on Russ. You know how much he laughs. This is kind of his current joke of the week, the month actually. He makes about $1. Yeah, we kind of laugh about it, but it really is true. And Tracy will probably testify to this as well as Parker Preston about how much time he really gives, how much of his heart he really gives, and how much when something is off, when something is wrong with you, how much his heart breaks. He really about you. And he puts his time, his talents, and investment in his church. And so, how do we support our pastors? How do we support us? 1, pray for him. Pray for his wife. And his family. Parker, who's amazing. Did you win your games? Yeah. This guy's an amazing basketball player. So I got to tell you, nothing is the coolest hair in the church. I love that hair. So show up every week. Show up to church every week. With pastors here, it's hard to preach to a very empty church. You're going to be called out. Do it every week. Do you know what Pastor Russ's birthday is? Camera's rolling, Tracy. So what's his birthday? October 20th. Okay, so everybody mark your calendars. Everybody has iPhones, put it in there. Know his birthday. His wife's birthday and his wedding anniversary. Okay? I'll ask you that. I'm not going to make that mistake. So bless his wife and his kids. Okay? Love on them. Okay? Send them messages of encouragement. Okay? I challenge you today to send a message of encouragement to us. Send a message to Tracy. From Parker and Preston. They care about us. They give up so much for us. Don't put up with gossip in the church. Gossip and rumor, don't put up with it. If you see it happening, admonish. Accountability. Okay? Just do it. Don't put up with it. It will divide a church. That will get in the way of our unity. And if our unity becomes disunity, what happens? We can't tap into the power of God's grace, right? Yeah, don't put up with rumor and gossip. Don't put up with it. And lastly, the most important thing is clean his house. Okay? Sorry. Go clean the house. Next, number 4, serve. Find a place to serve. Matthew 25:40, the king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. We were created to serve. This is why it feels so good when we do, because we are blessed, because that's what we were created for. So every believer has spiritual gifts and talents. They're all created differently. Find out what yours are. Find a way to serve. A couple of ministries that could really use some help. Serve on our First Impressions ministry, Emily Ferraro, which I don't see her. But Emily Ferraro does a great job of organizing all of us for the First Impressions team. She's awesome. She is awesome. I gotta tell you. Emily Ferraro can really use some help. If that's something you're interested in, maybe greeting at the front door or getting on the donut rotation, you can talk to Emily. Okay? Or you can even talk to Adrian here. Adrian's on the First Impression team. There's a meeting going on. He does. Another one is our cleaning team. You know, this very small team right now, every week cleans this entire church. And they could really use some help. Mo and Kelly, I think, are de facto leaders. I don't think anybody's asked them to lead, but they really have done so by their actions. They're solving a lot of things. These guys do a great job. They could really use some help. If we have a crew of 4, it really takes us about 45 minutes to knock out the church. So we can really use some help there. Children's ministry. If you have a heart for children, that's your place. Remember the Smoking Hot Brunette? She oversees that ministry. Go see her. Okay? You can join our usher team. Paul Lucero back there in a really awesome shirt. Paul wave. Paul oversees our ushers. If your heart is like serve there, then talk to Paul. And then lastly, our worship team. If you have a talent for music, I'll tell you what, get hooked up with this. It's just an amazing team, and I can't tell you how much it's dynamic, it's authentic, it is amazing. I love being able to come and worship here. I've been to a lot of worship productions, and this is just an amazing team. Thank you. And the team, the whole entire team, I just want to thank you again today. It was awesome. Even if you didn't play today, I love you guys. You're my team. Not those Cowboys. Yeah. Lastly, and this comes to the core purpose. Okay? The core purpose of the Ecclesia. Why Ecclesia? Share the good news of Jesus Christ. The great commandment, Matthew 28:18-20, then Jesus came to them and said, all authority on heaven and on earth has been given to me. Okay? That right there, I have the authority to do this. It's been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Whoa! Baptizing in the name of the Holy Spirit. Wow, did we see that coming? Yeah, it's prophesied everywhere, but this is now part of our great commandment, is to baptize the disciples of all nations, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That is so cool. And teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. Teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always. Surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. He's with you. Really go with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. One and He dwells within you. You have the same power that the 120 had to tap into. You have the gift of God's grace. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Today we're going to take some communion. And I want to talk a little bit about what that looks like. What does God's grace look like for us? What is grace? As we kind of move forward, grace is something that we earn. It's given freely. God gave it freely to us. As we think about what that grace is, it was only possible through the cross. Through Jesus, God's Son, His sent here on the cross for us, to pay the price for our sins, so that we can have a relationship with Him. This is why it changed from kahal to ecclesia, so that we can be called out to have a relationship with Him and spread that information. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's so much here to talk about for us to be a part of that. So as we take communion today, as we take communion today, think about that gift. As we take the bread, it's the gift of the body that went on the cross. It's in our place. We think about the gift of the juice, what the juice represents, the blood of Jesus Christ. This is what marks this is all about. Mark this. Mark this. And if you haven't had the benefit, if you don't know about Jesus and you haven't confessed Him as your Lord and Savior, I'm telling you, it's good. It is good. It is amazing. It's great. Dear Heavenly Father God, today we're awestruck today that we can come together as a group and be able to listen to what is coming out of the Bible and what is coming out of those that have been led. Father, we thank you so much that you care that much, that you are here with us and giving us this. God, it's not me, it's you that puts these things forward. Thank you so much for us being able to assemble and to dive into it. God, we thank you so much for the gift of your Son as well. The Son that changed the world. The one that fulfilled the law, the one that fulfilled the prophets and brought them together. So that we could live under a New Testament. To where this isn't just simply kahal. That today we can stand before you as your ecclesia, your bride. The body in which you, Jesus, Father, if there is those among us that have not yet taken Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, Father, I pray that you would move on their souls and that they would hear the good word and speak. God, we thank you so much for your love and forgiveness. And we pray all this in your Son, Jesus Christ. Come forward, we have communion up here.